Greetings, everyone. Anita Stewart McCafferty here from Ed Leadership at USM. I'm delighted to be able to walk you through the sixth module from EDU 605, Testing and Assessment. I want to congratulate you for making your way nearly through this course. I always tell people at this stage in the game that I understand how much work you've put in to this accelerated course already, and just want to encourage you to keep your stamina strong as you march towards the last 2 weeks of the term. So for Module 6, we are really going to focus on grading practices, thinking about strategies for fairness and accuracy. So during this module, we're going to think about summary scores. So kind of how you set up your grade book, what does that look like? Then when we're communicating learning to our students and to their families and to other stakeholders through things like our learning management systems or our report cards or our transcripts, how do we ensure that those give fair and accurate information? So our guiding questions for Module 6 are as follows. What are the challenges that teachers face to ensure fair and accurate standards-based grades? What are the purposes of grades in a standards-based system? And how can teachers most effectively communicate learning achievement to students, their families, and other stakeholders? Our 3 objectives for this module are as follows. By the end, we're hoping that you'll be able to demonstrate your understanding of techniques to convert evidence and information into fair, defensible summary grades, that you will be able to explain the purposes of grades in a standards-based system and adopt grading practices guided by those purposes, and that you will be able to evaluate and refine your own grading practices using the rubric to evaluate practices. During this module, you will continue reading Chapuis and Stiggin's book, The Classroom Assessment for Student Learning, Chapter 9. So Chapter 9 is a really important chapter in the book that looks at deriving accurate, fair, and defensible summary grades. In addition to reading the chapter from the text, I put together a curated, if you will, folder of materials around grading practices, standards-based grading, kind of what are the strategies involved, what are the benefits of it, what are the challenges. I included some resources around including homework, not including homework, and you'll have the opportunity to meet authors and thought leaders that are really very crucial to this topic. So for instance, Brookhart and Guski and Ken O'Connor, who is kind of affectionately known as the grade doctor. You will have an opportunity to read some materials and view some videos by Rick Wormley, and be able to have him unpack some of the nuances around standards-based grading. You'll also have the opportunity to watch a video from a high school teacher at Casco Bay in Portland who describes how she puts together her standards-based grade book. You'll be invited as part of the assignment to complete learning activities 9.6 and 9.8 that really have you thinking about and analyzing your own grading practices and completing a short reflection paper around your experiences with analyzing your grading practices. The discussion thread for this week is around gradebook and reporting systems, and I'm asking you to upload a copy of your school's report card or a screenshot of your gradebook, and then to be able to discuss what you see as the strengths and possible shortcomings of your reporting system. So that reporting system, it could include things like your gradebook, the learning management system that your district or your school might use, the report card itself, maybe transcripts if you're closer to being at the high school level, and it could be a number of, take a number of other forms as well. and thinking about how your grading and reporting systems and processes account also for students' dispositions or their habits of work and learning. So I'm hoping that you'll have an opportunity to really delve more deeply into kind of this emotional topic of how do we grade and how do we report out our grading. So kind of thinking about, do we communicate in a fair and accurate way? Those are summary statements around students learning of very important concepts and skills. So enjoy this delve, this deep dive, and I look forward to connecting with you and reading what you post on the discussion board as well as through your module assignments.